You know, man, this New Year's going to be different. I'm really trying to change.
Yeah, me too. I'm really just trying to achieve more goals.
So AMG?
Welcome back to Manual Motion. I'm Evan.
And I'm Dom.
And today we have a Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Black Series. We're going to Cars and Coffee. This is awesome.
This is so cool.
But first, before we do that, Dom, you gotta tell us the stats.
So today we have a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 pushing out 510 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels. It is not a manual, it is an automatic. I don't care. It's so cool.
This is such a cool car. I mean, so just to kind of wrap up what this car actually is. So a Mercedes-Benz, obviously very famous for their sedans.
Yes.
The C-Class is one of their most popular sedans. Back in this generation of Mercedes-Benz, they also made a coupe version, which is what this is. And they also made this version, which is the Black Series. So the Black Series is, of course, the top crazy.
It's the top dog.
Super insane.
Nürburgring focused, just completely insane. There have been a lot of iterations of the Black Series, but this is definitely one of the coolest.
This feels like the most pedestrian, because every other one is like this SL or the CLK.
Yes.
And this is a C-Class that just got dialed up to 1 million.
Yes.
And for styling, obviously the C-Class normally looks pretty pedestrian, looks like a normal car.
Yeah.
This looks crazy.
It's got the canards. It's got this beautiful diamond white. It's got the black rims, the carbon roof, the wing on the back.
Carbon mirror caps. You even have like holes in the hood for heat extraction. It's all about performance with this car.
And this thing is like maybe 6 inches wider.
Oh, easily. The fenders on this car are so evocative of early cars, early like 2000s cars that have really wide fenders to really accentuate the muscle of this car.
It is a muscle car.
Of Germany, yeah, absolutely. The Germans know how to party. This is how you party. And we're gonna go ahead and party today too. We're going to Hayfields up in North Salem in New York, and we're gonna have some fun. So let's get into it. All right, we're in.
C63 Black Series Challenger Hellcat Red Eye.
No, we have. Oh wow, this interior is really cool.
This interior's,
it's very,
dare I say, retro.
by modern standards, a little bit. Yeah, look at the center console. Like the whole theme of this interior is a little bit. It's meant to be very modern at the time. This is 2012.
Yeah.
But Mercedes-Benz ended up using the system until 2018, when there's some of their more like luxury cars, which is weird.
Yeah.
And it's starting to feel old. The styling in the interior is nice, just the infotainment's old.
Yeah, it's a cheap screen, or at least, well, looks like it now. But I gotta say, a lot of the materials and everything,
materials are holding up.
They don't feel bad.
Yeah. Everything in this, it's quality built, obviously.
Yeah, it's Mercedes. Well, Mercedes hasn't been exactly known for that, but...
But this is when the Aero in the C-Class really was like a bank vault car still. We have a lot in here. We have a lot of Alcantara, a lot of leather with beautiful red stitching. We have carbon fiber on the dashboard and on the doors. They didn't cheap out there.
Believe it or not, kids, there was actually an age where you'd input phone numbers through your car, and your car would call someone.
Car
that
phone,
wasn't car phone. This has a type of it. We also have our media control and then our disc, because
CD changer in this car.
CD changer.
Yeah, man, if you had a CD changer,
is it in the glove
in
box?
the 80s? No, it's right here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we have also below that kind of your more standard buttons, heated seats in this car, which is great because that does help comfort. Not that this car is built for comfort, but you know. But we do have climate controls in this car. They feel kind of plasticky. They're kind of crappy to push. I wish they had actually gone with a nicer material here, but I think this was used throughout all their models. Like it's not.
I doubt that changed for the Black Series.
Exactly. Or alternatively, it felt this bad on nicer cars, which is funny. Like, it's not like you could
hopefully
step up to a better.
Hopefully an S-Class did not have this.
Hopefully not. Yes.
Hopefully not.
Below that, the shifter, Alcantara, with some leather here with red stitching, looks really great.
Yeah, you got to kind of. It's that weird Mercedes shifter where it's not just straight back. You got to kind of wiggle it through. Which I don't love, but it's still cool. It gives it a nice notchy feeling.
To the left of here, we have the different drive modes and a little dial. That actually feels very nice in comparison to the other buttons we pushed. We have the infotainment system, kind of your standard like iDrive system, your like infotainment with the scroll wheel.
which is the best. It's so nice. It works. It's great.
No touchscreen in this car is the next best thing. We have also cup holders in here with a little slide and cover. That's kind of fun.
That's cute.
This center console here, I don't know if I've... Oh, kind of clamshells open. That's kind of fun. It's pretty deep. Fit a phone in there.
That
no
is,
problem.
Look at that. That's
really
a
little change holder. There you go. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, and these seats are just so nice and comfy.
They're comfy. They're Alcantara. Again, red stitching.
Yeah.
Leather. Very good quality. I have power controls. I can move on the door. There's some power controls.
Yeah.
You don't have any of them. So you actually have a manual back and forth seat. You can raise it up and down, and the backrest I think is powered, but the actual rails themselves are not. I think it's so funny. Speaking of funny seats, the back seats are funny because there's none.
Yeah, and
it's just a little shelf.
There's still the mounts for your baby harness and your baby seat.
It's got airbags back there also. They clearly didn't change much, just ripped the seats out. Yeah. The funny part also...
Oh my God, it has floor mats.
So I noticed that earlier. It has floor mats in the back, but there are no back seats. That I think is so funny.
Yeah. And then moving even farther back, you can see in your rear view mirror and your rear windscreen, the big wing.
The wing.
Not as big as the Black Series AMG GT we drove.
Okay. That wing I think is as big as the secondary wing on that car. It's so small in comparison to that, but still pretty big.
Yeah.
But in my seat, the star of the show is the steering wheel.
Yeah.
It feels like the very old school Mercedes-Benz model with the really large airbag in the middle.
It's thick.
It's got leather and Alcantara on the sides. It's chunky. It's got a chunk to it.
How do the paddles feel? They feel good?
They feel really good. They don't have a satisfying click to them. They more just push in, but they feel great. They're metal, they're cold to the touch. Feels great. Your buttons on here control your rudimentary gauge cluster screen. And a couple different options on there. Not too much information, but obviously back then, not a big deal. Not many people were looking at that. You have a big speedometer in the middle, not a tachometer. I kind of would have liked a tachometer in the middle for a sports car like this, but they probably didn't change it much for the AMG Black Series model. Speedometer on the right, temps, and gas on the left. Pretty simple, very clean. It says AMG at the bottom there, just to let you know a little bit.
It's a very clean interior. And for being a 11-year-old car, oh my God.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old car, this thing is incredibly clean.
It's very nice.
It looks brand new.
This is an incredibly well-maintained car. Obviously, they're very special cars. The owner obviously takes good care of it. But a lot of owners are starting to, again, take good care of these.
Yeah.
I like the feeling of big coupes like this.
Yeah.
I feel like they have such a good feel to them, like size-wise.
Most of the cars did.
But I'm really excited to go ahead and just drive it. All right, we are in the C63 AMG Black Series, cruising around the back road at the moment.
It's a stiff car.
It's really, really stiff.
Like, that is probably the first thing you notice is that you feel every bump.
Yeah, we recently drove, our past 2 weeks were a Turbo S and an F8, Ferrari F8.
Yeah.
Which, we'll take it. That's
Those are
pretty
cushy.
good.
Those are cushy.
They are cushier. They feel more like normal to drive. This has a harshness to it, and it's just every single bump.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tiny little bump.
It hurts. I can't really imagine taking a road trip in one of these.
Oh God, no. This is meant for a track. Driving it here doesn't do it justice at all.
No.
Well, man, is it?
Oh.
Whoa. Jeez.
That is a big, growly V8.
I was barely getting on it. It sounds awesome.
It sounds really good.
It sounds like a brrr, angry V8.
It is a very angry V8. This 6.2 liter V8 is big. The normal AMG V8s that we have now are 4 liters, which is very, very small, very, very tiny, but they produce a lot more power because of forced induction, like turbochargers.
Back here, you needed a big V8 to make big power.
Yes.
And this it examples of that so well. It feels like a muscle car to drive. It feels a bit heavier through the steering. It feels like it actually rolls a little bit, even though it's really stiff. We're on some back roads here. Like, I'll take a corner here, and you could just see it. Maybe it doesn't roll all that much, but man,
it's flat, but you can feel the weight.
You feel the weight a little bit. The steering is not terribly communicative. It's heavy, but not. The steering is really interesting in this car. It feels a little floaty.
It does weight up though in the corners.
Yeah, I feel like on a tighter corner. We're going to some sweeping corners right now. I would want it maybe a little bit tighter on center. I feel like I can have a lot of play on center in this car.
Yeah.
2012 though, again, it's kind of all cars really.
Yeah, that M3 we drove, that
had the same exact steering.
Same exact.
Almost exactly the same.
Yeah. And that was a Lime Rock edition.
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
was top of the line.
The brakes feel excellent in this car. They're huge. I mean, they're really, really big. We're obviously in the cold, and we're on some summer tires, so we're trying to be as careful as we can. I'm not going to be flooring it anytime soon, probably. So much power. But
don't want to break the rears loose, because Black Series are famously
rowdy and crazy.
Yeah.
You just get a taste of it. They're so... I love the sound. The exhaust is so good.
The exhaust note is amazing.
Comfort-wise, again, the seats are helping a lot. You can just tell through your butt how stiff it is.
Yeah.
You never really forget you're in the craziest thing.
No, you really don't.
The vibe of this car is totally geared towards boy racer and a little bit more like go in, go fast, you know, go around a corner hard, piss off your neighbors kind of attitude. Yeah.
And when this thing starts up, it is loud. This is a very rumble the neighborhood type car. And it shows.
It is sketchy going around these corners. Again, the tires aren't proper. We're not really driving it where it's meant to be driven. But man, is it it's kind of fun.
It's awesome.
Woo. It is slow to shift also. Not the quickest thing in the world to shift. But the revs climb fast.
Yeah. But that's the benefit of the naturally aspirated power. Low end torque and just a very smooth power band.
Wow. Muscle car, absolutely. I think it feels muscle car first and German second. Like I look around the interior, it looks very German, but it has a muscle car quality to it like nothing else. This is a childhood dream car for me. This is like the thing on Top Gear that they were talking about and be like, oh my God, a C63 Black Series. It's like, this is crazy. We're driving this right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it over to sport mode and see if that, Sport Plus, I guess, see if that changes anything.
Oh, the suspension's already stiffer.
It's already more responsive. Yeah, this is kind of how it's meant to be driven. Oh, steering is heavier.
Yeah, I like the steering in Sport Plus a lot more.
Man, the grip is really good, actually.
Which is surprising.
Huh. The canards in front are hilarious, but I guess they do help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's where it is.
The shifts are a lot more responsive when you have it in manual mode.
That's really funny.
That's awesome.
Wow. Okay. I thought it was fun before. That's how you have fun. That's how you party.
Sick.
I want to have a mullet and a beer and like a Stein, you know.
and a Stein.
This is not from the part of Germany that's very meticulous. It's very much the German part where they're mullets and they're rednecks essentially, and they're flying through the woods.
It's a German redneck.
Oh, absolutely. Germans have rednecks. This is what they're driving.
Yeah. Hopefully. But this is a rich German redneck.
Yeah. New money, like whistling diesel, but German.
Yeah,
totally. So I'm gonna give you guys a little more flavor of this engine before we close it out. We're almost getting to hayfields. Oh wow, the upshifts are amazing in this thing.
They're sonorous.
This thing is raucous. I love the sound.
I love it so much.
Honestly, it sounds like the newer G-Wagons with like the upshifts.
Yeah, it has that thunder on the upshift.
I am so impressed with this thing. Childhood dream achieved, does not disappoint.
So good.
Wow. Man, everyone should have one of these. This is f***ing awesome.
So what we need to do is we need to get a C63.
Oh, the sound though.
The engine braking is good.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go, the C63. We're getting to hayfields in a minute.
We'll see you there. That was our trip to Hayfields Cars and Coffee. This thing is so awesome. It's rowdy, it's fast, it's fun. I'm a huge muscle car guy. This is a German muscle car. There's not much more I want.
Yeah, it's funny because you're American muscle focused.
Yeah.
I'm a German car guy, and this is sort of a perfect intersection of the two.
Yeah.
Where the intersection of those two lines cross, it's right here. And
so
what a
good.
thrill this was. Such a special car. Thank you so much to the owner for letting us borrow it today. We had a really fun time. And we're gonna go ahead and close out the year. Pretty good. Hopefully this is a pretty great way to cap off the year, I think.
I like this ending.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, everyone. We'll see you in 2024. Have a great day.